Gina, why do you want to go to the Art Institute just for an hour?
Well...
No, you don't have to answer that. Brian, why do you want to go to the Art Institute for just like 1 hour?
I like it there.
Yeah, me too. That's my answer too. I like it there.
Brian.
What?
You look good.
Don't fuck with me.
Oh. You scared me, so I zoomed out. Susanna.
Yes?
I'm getting a good look at you here. Yeah, there you go. No, don't look away.
Look
there
at the camera.
Now, Susanna.
It's so weird to have to do that.
I want you to tell me. Why do you want to go to the Art Institute for just like 1 hour or 1.5 hours?
You know what? Honestly, when I go to a museum for more than 1 or 1.5 hours, I really think that I only really absorb and appreciate the art for the first hour or 1.5 hours. So
I don't mean to frighten you, but I think your feet farted.
yeah, they did.
And honestly, Aaron, over here. Over here.
So I think going to the museum for an hour or
Ooh, I
an
like
hour
how
and a
you-
half could be really quite satisfying.
Satisfactory?
Yeah.
If not satisfying, satisfactory?
Yes.
Yes.
And I think that if I had to go to the museum for more than 2 hours, I would just vomit all over the place. So it's really in everyone's best sanitary interest for me to only go for 1.5 hours.
You know what? We went to the Asian Art Museum.
Oh, how was it?
It was really great, but we were in this one room on the first
vomitorium?
floor, and someone vomited in there. And they were cleaning it up.
That's right. I forgot
It was
about
a little
that.
kid, I think. The whole room smelled like vomit, and my mom and I had to leave. We couldn't stay in there because I can't smell the smell of vomit.
Yeah, there's someone vomited on
Fine pediatrician you'd make.
Someone vomited on our sidewalk, and you know how like they do it in little steps. You can see where they're like, like it just comes out right there, and then he or she moved over to the grass and thought it was over and kept walking, and then just right in the middle of the sidewalk.
Did Lucy try to eat it?
Yes.
One time at Grinnell, everything was covered with ice, and I fell. I slipped on the ice, and I fell into a patch of frozen vomit.
At least it was frozen.
Well, it was still, I
I
mean,
know, it's gross.
Did it stick?
yeah, it was like on my clothes.
Oh, I thought it was like, I pictured it underneath a block of ice.
No, it was like frozen on top of the ice.
Oh, that's vomit popsicles.
Brian,
Shard, what?
when's the last time you vomited?
Like 4 days ago?
What? Are you serious?
Why?
You vomited 4 days ago?
Was it my cooking?
No,
Why didn't you tell me?
because it was small.
When did you vomit?
Small puke?
I vomited Christmas morning.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious.
Because you had to eat bacon?
No,
What?
When?
because I drank like 4 glasses of wine and then I drank 4 glasses of whiskey.
Wait a second,
Ooh.
Brian.
In the morning?
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because it was minor.
I'm really disturbed that you didn't tell me that.
It was like a, what do you call it? A burp vomit.
Right, so
Well, that's not really vomiting.
Wow.
Did anything come out?
Yeah.
Well, was it a burp or was it a vomit?
Were
It
you
was-
at the toilet?
I was in the bathroom. I was actually brushing my teeth.
And then suddenly, like, you
Suddenly
just
I was like,
burped vomit?
yeah.
How are you again?
What's that called again?
A
Show
burp?
me again?
It was a burp. That's what it was.
Show me what it looked like when you
I
were
was
doing
like,
It's disgusting.
it. You
you
were,
were sucking some guy off.
I was
but
brushing my
Gina, could
teeth.
you, Gina, I'm sorry. Could you not distract us now? Yeah? Gina, do you mind?
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Your apologies
Okay, I was
accepted.
like,
Okay.
How much came out?
this much.
No, really.
4 wines and 4 whiskeys worth.
Was it about, like, a lot?
No.
Was it chunky?
No. They look like Cookie Crisps at all.
No.
You guys, one time when I was little, I vomited. And I had eaten cottage cheese. My parents had this thing called the vomitorium. It was like this yellow, like plastic tub that we would always vomit into it. And when I looked in there, I could see this one big lump of cottage cheese, like totally
Perfectly formed.
it was like intact. And it was floating in there. But maybe I'm just imagining that.
Was that the only time you vomited in the vomitorium?
No, I always vomited in the vomitorium.
Why did they have a special thing for it?
I don't know.
I think that's genius.
It was just this plastic tub, and like when we were sick, my mom or dad would be like, "Do you need me to go get the vomitorium?" And we'd be like, "Yeah."
Oh, so I see. So it was like for the purpose of vomiting in the comfort of your own bed, for example.
Exactly.
One time.
We're gonna talk about throwing up.
I have a vomit story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, one time I was a late bird. No, maybe I was an early bird. I can't remember which one I was, but I came to school. I was really sick, and we always had to. This is in first grade, and we always had to raise our hands before we could go to the bathroom. And the teacher was helping this long line of students with their reading homework. And I was waiting in line to tell her that I had to vomit. And I was holding my hands up like this. It was starting to kind of like come out between my fingers. And my teacher, she's sitting at the desk and she goes, "Go, go, 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 go." Don't wait for permission, just go. And so I did, and I did the thing like I was talking about the sidewalk, like, and I managed to get it all out, and as soon as I hit the toilet, I was done vomiting.
Oh.
And then I remember when the janitor had to come clean it up, he was like,
Did he put sawdust on it?
I don't know.
He needs a vomitorium.
Yeah.
He needs
No,
to get
every
a
teacher
vomitorium.
should have a vomitorium.
Did you have one?
Every teacher until grade 3.
Did you have one?
I never had a kid puke in my room.
I remember when you had that kid who pooped up his, like in 4th grade, he pooped up his underwear, like up his back or something. What?
It was like coming out of his. It was erupting out of his.
It was like a volcano.
My worst story about that is I had a
Here, give me the camera. I'll put it on you.
I had a student who was recently emigrated from Mexico named Guadalupe Ramirez.
I know this story.
And she was in my class. And I had to be kind of strict about who could use the toilet and who not. Because if I let just anybody use the toilet at any time that they wanted, then they would probably tend to not be in class. They would just be in the shitter. So I didn't really let people go to the toilet too much. I didn't really have a very good system about when I would or would not let people go to the toilet. I would just sort of like dictatorially per decree when someone could or couldn't go. And this child sat in the back and she'd like raise her hand every once in a while. And maybe I didn't call on her or I didn't see her. I don't know what. But she wasn't very insistent about the problem. And then, you know, like I think it was Giovanni who was sitting next to her was like... I was like, Giovanni? He's like, I was like, what's the matter? And I go over there and there's like a puddle underneath this poor girl's desk and she's like, her teeth are like,
Oh,
I was like,
God.
Guadalupe, ¿qué te pasó? She was like, oh, and she couldn't even explain what had happened. She was so. But then I took her home. I like got someone to cover my class and I took her home.